This is Headline News, sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com, www.JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol. Jamaica's National Security Minister Peter Bunting launched the major organized crime and anti-corruption task force, MOCA, on Monday. He says they will go after crime kingpins and their facilitators, including lawyers, bankers, and other public officials. He said the task force will also investigate cyber crimes. The launch took place at the Police Officers Club in St. Andrew, Jamaica. MOCA has, as part of its logo, an octopus, which represents the many tentacles of organized crime with which the security forces have to grapple. The task force has representatives from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Defense Force, the Financial Investigations Divisions, the Taxpayer Audit and Assessment Department, among others. Unlike other task forces, Bunting said MOCA will be very selective in the cases which it targets. He pleaded to members of the public to assist the task force by reporting corrupt activities to the body. The U.S. businessman held in Jamaica with 2 illegal firearms, Gary Philip Martin, was last Thursday fined $2.5 million Jamaican dollars or 3 months imprisonment when he appeared in the High Court Division of the Gun Court in Jamaica. Martin was fined $1 million each for the charges of 2 counts of illegal possession of a firearm and $500,000 on the ammunition charge. The fines followed guilty pleas of the former executive of Boonville in the state of Montana. Martin had previously protested his innocence following his apprehension in mid-2010 by members of the flying squad. He was on bail prior to being sentenced. The U.S. citizen was held on June 14, 2010, while in a car in the Crossroads area of St. Andrew, and the weapons and ammunition found in his possession. The police said that Martin was observed acting suspiciously. Martin had told the police initially that he brought the weapons into the island illegally. He had been in the island 3 days prior to the arrest. Out of Germany, a 29-year-old Canadian porn actor accused of videotaping, killing, and mailing the victim's body parts to the country's top political parties has been arrested in Germany, officials in both countries said. Luca Rocco Magnato was apprehended on Monday in an internet cafe in Berlin after someone recognized him and alerted the police. The owner of the cafe in a Berlin working-class district told the Associated Press that Magnato had come in to read news reports about himself when one of his employees recognized him. He said the police happened to be outside at the time and the employee alerted them and they arrested Magnato without difficulty. Magnato is wanted by Canadian authorities on first-degree murder and other charges. He is suspected of killing Yun Lin, a 33-year-old Chinese university student he dated, and mailing Lin's body parts to Canadian political parties. A spokesperson from Canada's Public Safety Ministry confirmed the arrest. Magnato is believed to have fled to France on May 26 based on evidence police found at his apartment, and he had been placed on Interpol's most wanted list. The case began last Tuesday when a package containing a severed foot was opened at the ruling Conservative Party headquarters. A hand was discovered at a postal facility addressed to the Liberal Party of Canada. A torso was found in a suitcase on a garbage dump in Montreal, outside Magnato's apartment building. A video posted online shows a man stabbing another man with an ice pick while the victim lies naked and tied up. The first man later reveals he has slashed the other man's throat. He also dismembers the corpse and performs sexual acts with it. Police said Magnato's birth name is Eric Clinton Newman and that he is also known by the name Vladimir Romanov. China's UN ambassador says his government is not trying to protect Syrian President Bashar Assad and will respect the will of the Syrian people on the country's future. Li Bodong told reporters that China is urging all parties to immediately implement International Envoy Kofi Annan's 6-point peace plan, halt the killings, and launch an inclusive political process to restore peace in Syria. China, along with Russia, has twice shielded Assad's regime from possible UN sanctions over his regime's crackdown on protests. Lee, the Security Council president, this month warned that if Annan's peace plan isn't quickly enacted, violence in Syria would turn into full-fledged civil war that may spill over and affect Mideast peace. Singapore officials said foreign maids must be supervised when cleaning windows following a rise in the number of fatal work-related falls from high-rise apartments. The Manpower Ministry said 9 foreign domestic workers, FDWs, had fallen to their deaths so far in 2012, including 5 who were cleaning windows in an unsafe manner and another 2 who were hanging out laundry when they fell. Last year, there were only 4 cases of height fatalities involving maids, the ministry said in a press statement. The ministry said protective grills must be installed over windows and unlocked, allowing maids to reach through and clean the glass safely if employers expected them to carry out the chore. Over 80% of Singapore's 5.2 million population live in government-built high-rise buildings. Employers who are caught breaking the rules will be permanently banned from hiring a maid, the ministry said. It said it was also planning to double the maximum penalty for employers who fail to provide a safe working environment for maids to a fine of 10,000 Singaporean dollars and a 12-month jail term. Thousands of women, many of them from impoverished villages in Indonesia, the Philippines, and India, work as domestic helpers in affluent Singapore. A higgler in Jamaica who is said to be involved in the multi-million-dollar lottery scam was offered $250,000 bail when he appeared in the corporate area resident magistrate's court last Thursday. The accused, Gary Nemard of Havendale, St. Andrew, was charged last Monday after he was caught coming into the island from Trinidad with US $9,500 in his underwear and US $17,000 in an envelope. Investigators who have been watching Nemard for almost a year said that he was sent to Trinidad to pick up the money, which was sent there by a 75-year-old United States citizen who was informed that she had won US $3.5 million in the lottery. It was further reported that the complainant was told that she should send $28,000 US to Trinidad for taxes and other charges. Nemard was charged with money laundering, conspiracy to defraud, cross-border movement of funds, bringing criminal property to Jamaica, and conspiracy. I am Pistol. That was Headline News, sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com. www.JoJoMacMuzik.com.
I'm waiting. Tell me, are you coming? Now let's go. Now let's go. Call. My bag is packing, I'm ready to go. 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 Need to go away to a place there. There's nobody there but me and you. A secret hideaway just for two. It doesn't matter where, as long as I'm with you. I could be anything you want me to. It's cool. ready to go. Ready to go.